So yeah, you're going to have the melded guy go in and... Wow, creatures you don't control. That kills all of their stuff. Choose 3. Welcome back to another video featuring a new Brothers War commander. Today we'll be looking at Mishra, claimed by Kicks. And this guy is pretty powerful. It needs to be aggressive because the trigger says whenever he attacks, each opponent loses X life, and you gain X or X's number of attacking creatures. So obviously the more attackers you have, the better it is. It's pretty simple actually. Obviously you can enhance the damage output of the deck by going for Mishra Lost to Phyrexia, which has literally every Rakdos ability under the sun attached to a 9/9, which is kind of crazy. So if you want to do that, you're going to have to include the Phyrexian Dragon engine as well, which is not too bad. 2/2 double strike for 3, and then when it dies you may discard your hand and draw 3, which I like. It's pretty cool, and you can unearth it as well, which means even if you attack it whilst it's unearthed, it will still be able to meld with Mishra to become the mighty morphin power robot. The downside of the deck is that Mishra and co will die a hell of a lot. So we've got a lot of cheap ways to bring him back. We have Feign Death, just for 1 black. In case they kill Mishra, we can bring it back. You've also got stuff like Garner. Whenever your creatures die this turn, if Garner enters the battlefield, return them all to your hand. Just a note actually, if Mishra is melded and you return Mishra Lost to Phyrexia to your hand, you'll actually return the whole stack. So you'll return Mishra and also the Dragon Engine, which is kind of interesting because it's treated as one entity, one body. So if you were to revive this card when it goes to the graveyard, you'd get 2 creatures back and then you can remeld it again afterwards. Kind of funky and a really nice way of like ensuring you can do it multiple times. The only downside is if the opponent exiles this card, Dragon Engine, you're kind of screwed. There's no way currently to bring back exiled cards in this format. But yeah, the deck's just hyper aggressive. The deck list is in the description below. Sorry if the deck list doesn't work. Moxfield is just probably having some teething problems because it's a new set. But yes, I really enjoyed this deck, very fast. And let's get into the gameplay. Don't forget to leave a like and a sub. All we get to go first. It's going to be a tough matchup because Yorion is just super powerful, mainly because they don't do anything in the first 3 or 4 turns. They just kind of do little artifacts, enchantments that give them a little bit of value along the way, and then suddenly they play Yorion and they flicker everything. Most of the time they'll be going up to 6-7 cards in their hand and they will just be able to outpace you, so you have to rush them. Luckily we do have some pretty good cards here. Midnight Reaper will be able to replenish our hand. Shakedown Heavy whenever this attacks. Well, if it gets to attack, it's going to be pretty good. So let's go for the Tainted Adversary now. Don't be scared to use cards like this early, because obviously he has a kicker cost, but especially against a control deck like this, you want to get your stuff out. Baffling End is going to slow us down, should I say. Shakedown Heavy. So, because Baffling End exiles the zombie, it's quite bad, mainly because our deck wants to get stuff out of the graveyard and Midnight Reaper cares about death. And if they flicker this, we will get a 3/3, but it's probably not going to be as good as the creature they exiled, especially when you consider this as a 6/4. They can stop him attacking by letting us draw a card, but who knows? We'll see how much they value taking the damage. Weirdly, it looks like he's holding the 1 ring in this artwork, which is kind of funky. Or actually, it looks like he's actually shaking Frodo upside down and he's still in the 1 ring and he's just discovered immense power. Guild Globe. Okay, 3. So it's only have 4 next turn. Let's go for the Midnight Reaper. 1 white. They could have Swords to Plowshares or something. So the thing with Shakedown Heavy is if... Okay, so they can make us draw to basically negate 6 damage. Do they want us to draw? Okay, sweet. I mean, I'm happy about getting in the 6 damage. Obviously, if they have a board wipe, then we will lose these 2 guys, but I think I'm going to use the Malakir Rebirth on... maybe the Shakedown. It's a tricky one. Let's hope it's not some kind of exile effect. Skyclave Apparition. That's going to exile one of our guys. That's really sad. Man, these exile things are going to really, really slow us down. I'm not really happy about this. But not much we can do. Ooh. Elspeth's Nightmare's good. That will get rid of the Skyclave. And then we'll get to look in the hand the following turn. Let's play this as well. Oh no. We'll wait for this to resolve actually. Actually, do we want to play this? Or is it better to use this to save the Reaper? Yeah, let's save the Reaper, because if they have a board wipe, getting this back could be the difference between getting advantage or not. I mean, Spellbinder. So they missed their 5th land drop, which is lucky because they would have been able to exile the Midnight Reaper. But yeah, it seems like the only way we can really deal with the Yorion deck is to beat them with speed. The Nightmare's going to look in their hand now, which is going to be really good. What can we get rid of? What are they going to do here? One white mana open. It's not going to be Mana Tithe. Swords to Plowshares. They really did have all the answers, didn't they? Okay, Elspeth Conquers Death. That's going to be annoying if they flicker that. Okay, so it looks like Malakir Rebirth is just not very good in this matchup, considering they just have so many ways to exile. If they get another land, we're going to be in trouble as well. However, if we go for Mishra here, they can't exile it with Baffling End. And it also says... yeah, so it says mana value 3 or less, so they can't get the Mishra currently. Did they miss a land drop? They can always convoke Muldrifter to draw 2. Elite Guard Mage, sure. So they got their land, which means that next turn Yorion's going to be crazy. Feign Death, that's nice. That can let our guy come back into play. So I think for now, just swinging in is fine. They lose 2, we gain 2 just from the attack alone. So obviously they don't block because we can just bedevil one of them. So... gonna pass a turn here, which is a bit crazy, but what I'm going to do is, if they go for Yorion, I'm just going to destroy the Elite Guard Mage. They don't get the life in the card, so they can only flicker the Spellbinder and the Baffling End, but it's not going to do much. They'll get to make something in their hand more expensive, but... so they'd rather go for more blockers. Okay. They're at 5, aren't they? So they're almost dead. Interestingly. Are they going to swing over the top or going to wait? Let's try and kill the Guard Mage here. If they flicker that, it's going to be annoying. Oh, okay, this gives me hope. Blood Artist. Oh my goodness, so if they block, they're going to be in trouble. So let's go to attacks. Obviously, if they have Settle the Wreckage, we're just absolutely wrecked. That card is very, very well named. Settle the Get Wrecked, really. Down to 3. Omen of the Sun. Interesting. So even if they block... wow. Yeah, Blood Artist was perfect here. So they still take 2. Yeah, I think Blood Artist was absolutely perfect. Okay, so drain them for 2. And then, yeah, we'll Grim Tutor here. We'll get something that can help finish the game off. What would be good? I guess just anything that deals damage, right? How much life do they have? They've got 3. So... so many choices. Lightning Bolt could be funny. We'll just get Lightning Bolt here. Yeah, it's a real shame we didn't have red mana, because that would have just been game over. So, annoyingly, the Omen of the Sun does give them 2 life when this gets flickered. Okay, so they're definitely going to use the Yorion here, otherwise they'd be even more dead than they already are. Now, obviously, the Baffling End is going to go for the Blood Artist. So that doesn't mean we get 3-3. So maybe the Lightning Bolt was a bad choice here. So they go to 5. Yeah, I think, yeah, there's nothing they can do, is there? Because even when they do get the blockers... Yeah, we just have too many attackers. There's not much they can do. We're gonna have 3 attackers. They lose 3 when we attack, and then bolt. So they'll be at 5. Nothing in hand they can do. Lightning Bolt can't. You know, they're just screwed here. No amount of actual blockers would actually help, which is fantastic. They can't. I mean, unless they draw another 1 mana removal spell here. So trigger on the stack. Counter spell. Spell Pierce. Oh my goodness. That could have been the end. But luckily, we had the mana open. Thank goodness for that. Jeez. Opponent goes first with Volo, Guide to Monsters. And our starting hand is immense. I don't know what's happened to my deck building lately, but I feel like I've gotten a lot more aggressive on the curve, even for like slower decks, and it just feels better because you can play more cards. For a lot of my aggro builds recently, I've just completely cut out 5 drops because I just feel like getting to 5 mana is a bit of a struggle to start with. But yeah, the format is sadly, it's corrupted. The file is corrupted. Everything is competitive, even though it says casual. So Birds of Paradise. I reckon we're going to want to kill this, aren't we? Cut this down because we can't. Oh, we can cut Volo actually, but they always say bolt the bird, so we must listen to our ancestors. Cut down. Look at that artwork. That's got to be one of the sickest artworks ever, right? Surely. Okay, so they've got shenanigans up their sleeve here. Let's see if they'll delete the arena. Okay, no deletion. Arena should give us a bit of value. Okay, so they got their mana, which means we continue to play. I reckon they would probably quit if they didn't. And we don't want that. We want good gameplay. We want interesting gameplay. That's part of the philosophy here on this channel. Which I do get reminded of from time to time, which is nice. So do we want to go for 2 spells or 1 spell? Creatures. Yawgmoth we probably want to do at the end. Yeah, let's get the mana out because we've got a really powerful hand. And having more mana just means we can do more things. And this is the thing about having a great curve like this. You can 2-spell in a lot of turns, and you know, if you keep getting lots of spells out, you're probably doing good. Are you winning, son? Okay, Null Priest is nice as well. Okay, stage 1. Let's try and kill the Volo here, because we don't want them to gain advantage. Okay, no response. Now, if they have mass manipulation, I'm not going to be happy about this. No response does suggest that they don't have any interaction in the hand. Oh, that's a real shame. 5 mana, nothing to do. Ah. Tell me, guys, was this game worth keeping? Let's keep this game as a test. Should I have kept this in the video, which obviously I have if you're seeing this, or should have I removed games like this? Would you prefer longer games, or do you like seeing games where I dominate? Tell me in the comments below. It's really helpful to make the channel better. So let's use this game as a test. Okay, getting some really interesting games today. Really cool decks. And for some reason I'll get to go first. Very weird. I don't know how to explain that. Some days I go first a lot, which seem quite rare. Majority of the time does feel like I'm going second, but okay. Starting hand is good. We have the removal. We have the removal. 3 pieces of removal. And an arena. What more could you ask for? Playing Phyrexian Arena whilst playing on Magic Arena. Fantastic. Inchblade Companion. And a Mishra's Bauble. Goodness me, it's like playing Modern. Yeah, seeing Mishra's Bauble is kind of scary because in Modern and potentially Legacy, it basically makes your deck 56 cards, obviously in a 60 card format. It's not as good in 100 card, but because it's 0 and you draw a card, it replaces itself. So everyone in Modern and Legacy would basically use it as a free card and to get to your combos faster. Let's kill the Arcbound prototype before they get any other creatures out. Blink Moth Nexus does not have an effect, thank God. There is one that does have an effect. Bellow Breath Ogre. Whenever it attacks, it deals damage equal to its intensity to any target, and it gets bigger and bigger. Ooh, these are really good cards. I think we don't have a board wipe, so the expertise has got to go. They've got a Lightning Bolt, so they can kill 3 toughness and 2 or less CMC. So they can't actually kill Mishra. Do we want to kill this? We could just kill this, right? And it also means the light of the stage. They have to spend 3 mana on this, which is juicy. And we can afford to wait a bit. There's no pressure, really. They've got the removal, but we don't have the things they can kill. If we get the Elders Reborn out as well, we can return the Bellow Breath. Oh my goodness, they're attacking with the Nexus. Oh, I see. This is actually a good move, because then they can activate the light of the stage for 1 red and then look at the top 2 cards. Okay. I feel it. I feel it. And here comes the General as well. Oh no, but then the graveyard's exiled. Okay, that's fine. So this guy can increase modular triggers. 4. So I've got 5th land, so let's give them Mishra first. I'm not in a massive rush to use the Elders Reborn. It's just a 1/1. It doesn't feel that good. It doesn't seem that strong by itself. I think it needs a lot of support here. So we don't know what these 2 mystery cards are, but they are looking at Mishra. If Mishra dies, I might leave him in the graveyard, then just go for Elders Reborn to res him. They can destroy their own artifacts, which is just very odd. I guess it works well if you can steal your opponent's artifacts for the turn, attack with him, and then flying. I was going to say, yeah, that makes sense. Swing for 2. Sure thing. Let's just attack. We gain a life, which means we negated half of their attacks the last turn. And I think this is a good time for the arena, because we are running out of cards, essentially. And we might as well strike it rich too. If they have the removal for the arena, we could be in a bit of a pickle, but seeing their hand, these cards are pretty dead. Like, the Portable Hole doesn't have any targets. Lightning Bolt, yes, it can finish us, but they first have to deal like 19 damage. Mecha Godzilla. This is a good one. Hexproof. Okay, that's a good ability. That's probably the best one they could have had out of the random ones that they choose. Drawing an extra land is not useful. We might as well go for the Elders Reborn, seeing as they... Let's face it, they're going to get rid of the Wasp, aren't they? No? Mecha? Surely the Wasp goes away because they can recast it. Oh, they're going to choose the land. To put the counter on the land. Why would you put it on the land? Is there a reason this is good? I'm sure there's some kind of things they can abuse there. Blade Splicer, so it's a Flicker sub-theme. Flying Hexproof. See, if they put the counter on that, I think that would have been a better clog. But putting it on the Nexus here, not really sure. Down to 17. If this gets lifelink, I will start to get a bit irritated, but for now it seems okay. Price of Fame is cool. Oh, and a Knight as well. The hexproof on this is going to be very irritating. But we do have a way to eventually finish them off with the Knight of the Ebon Legion. So 3. Let's attack and see what they block. Wait, this has first strike. But they will still need to block with multiple things. So let's see if they fall for the bait here. Okay, no reason to do anything yet. So this goes up to a 2-3. Obviously, they're going to use the portable hole on the Knight, so maybe... Yeah. Oh, well. Portable hole. So, yeah, that gets rid of the problem there. Interestingly, they can actually destroy their own portable hole with the Zabaz if they were desperate for any reason. And that comes online here. What's that going to get? Hexproof Flying Reach, okay. Yeah, this is getting a bit hairy, to be honest. So annoyingly there's nothing to revive, so maybe we can surveil something to our graveyard. I think the best target is a 3-3. We can't actually go for the Mecha Godzilla, so interesting. I think, yeah, so we put this into the bin. Cutdown's actually decent as well. Yeah, so if that was me, I would have destroyed the artifact, because what that meant was I wouldn't have been able to surveil because the target would have fizzled. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because if there's no target, you can't do it. Oh, okay, 2 great spells. So we get the Graveyard Trespasser, which is nice, which they can kill with the Lightning Bolt. 3, 4, 5. We are taking quite a bit of damage because obviously our Phyrexian Arena is, you know, draining us as well. 10. They're on 8. This has Ward, so they can't actually target this unless they discard this card in their hand. Let's see what they do. Yeah, again, if this gets lifelink, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. Oh, it's a 4-4 now, so the Bolt can't even kill it. It's now 4-4 itself. So I really don't want to kill the Zabaz because it's going to be able to put stuff on other things. We could just use the portable hull. We could... Oh, that's a good point. We can actually just kill the portable hull. Which means we get back the Knight. And then if they go for the Lightning Bolt, we can just protect it by paying 3. Which is pretty cool. Yeah, let's go to our turn. Extinction Event. So this is 3, 3, and 1, and we're 1, 3, and 4. So we could just wipe the field of their things, but I think... Yeah, we want to attack. And the Knight of the Ebon Legion is going to be a huge threat here. Especially when you consider this drains them for 3 and we gain 3. Wow, Mishra's great. You don't even have to meld. It's so well designed. I love these. Mishra and hers are fantastic. So what are they going to do here? They're going to have a hard time with this Knight because we can just protect it from so many things. If they don't block this, then they die as well. So they have to chomp this. Kind of not bothered if they go for our odd mana things. So that's what they're going to go for. Yeah. So they're going to... Are they going to absorb the Blink Moth somehow? Target Blink Moth. Oh, okay, so they're going to tutor for any artifact. Put it into their hand. Okay. Ember Cleave. Okay, so that means we're going to have to use the extinction event. Okay. I mean, we have to, or we just die, right? Yeah, because that's going to be 13. So we're going to have to say bye-bye to our friends. Let's get rid of odds. But it does mean we survive, so it's worth it. We lose 2 things. You'll probably see the writing on the wall here. And I don't even want them to have that, so let's kill that as well. Otherwise that would still be 6 in the air. Okay. So we got very lucky there. All the right removal spells. They're at 3, so they need another blocker. If they go for the Zabaz, they just die, because we have the power word kill. So they need 2 other... Whenever you cast a spell other than the first spell, put a counter on this, okay? Yep, so sadly, that is game there. So please don't rope me. Sweet. Honourable opponent. Wonderful. Thank you very much. Let's do another game then. Oh, we go first against Joda. So it could be anything. It goes in many different directions. 5 colours, something or other. Starting hand's not too bad. The duress will hopefully get out some kind of ramp. Oh my goodness. Okay, so they've got 3 lands. Incubation Druid we can't get. Yeah, we'll go for the Sea Gate because that's technically a land. So they only have 2. And then if they go for the Druid, they'll have 3. They can't do anything else until they get another land. We don't have a kill spell yet. So sadly, if they do get a land here, they'll have access to 2 more lands. So that's not good for us. They cycle. Okay, so we basically get a turn to do something. Dark Ritual. So now they can go for a circuitous route. Oh my goodness. That changed the flow of things quite a bit, to be honest. Dark Ritual. Damn. Yeah, that's going to help them a lot. 1, 2, 3. Valky. So we get to 7 mana, that would be good. 4, 5, 5, 6. Okay. 4. Don't want to go for Mishra yet because that's even. Go for the tuk-tuk. And then we can also swing in for 3 as well. Yeah, having haste is very good in a deck that cares about attacking and draining them. So if they go for the Hydra here, I think, yeah, so this would be a good turn for the extinction event. We get another land. And also if we get rid of their mana rock and the creature, it means we can attack in a lot easier. Of course we're going to go for all 3 modes again, because I'm a lunatic. Although saying that, we have a lot of creatures out, don't we? Yeah, so paying 3 life for that was a bad idea, to be honest. So do we actually need to wipe the field out? Yeah, we could just bait them. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so let's go for more stuff. Death Touch is fine. Yeah, I don't really feel like losing my things yet. Yeah, we'll pass a turn. Yeah, to be honest, I don't know what I'm thinking. I think mainly I made a mistake by making the shapeshifters. I shouldn't have done it because they're just going to die to the exile effect. Power word kill, that's cool. Treasure and draw. We don't want to make any more dudes just yet. Down to 10. So will they attack? Block, sorry. Haste, Death Touch. So we know for a fact they have the Sublime Epiphany. So casting a spell in our turn is probably not advisable, is it? 3. See if we can cast a Strike It Rich here. Just want to do subtle things. And let's go for the Knight. Yeah, and I'll pass the turn. They're passing the turn as well. Okay, let's see if we can kill the Hydra then. Sublime Epiphany does open their field up, because obviously if they counter this here, they're going to be completely tapped out. And they're going to return that to a hand. Do you know what? That's actually fine, because it means we don't die for our own enchantment now. Obviously they get 2 of these guys. Pardon me. So Extinction Event still looks terrible. Damn. Damn. Why'd it have to be evens? Why? But we could just go for Mishra and swing in. We could go for Valky, actually. Let's go for Valky. And just build up an army. So, exile the Overmold Hydra. Oh, that surprises me. Okay, fair enough. Even though I made mistakes, yeah? Oh well. Okay, we're going to face Myrel for the first time, or Miriel for the first time. Starting hand's very good, actually. Kill spells, card advantage spells, and yeah, it's going to be tricky. Never faced this before, but not being able to cast spells on their turn is a bit annoying, but we're not a massive kind of control-y deck anyway, so it's the attack trigger that's going to be quite powerful too, where she can just keep making more and more soldiers. So they play Myrel out and then can protect her. She's a very big threat, actually, especially in Commander, because if you're a combo player and you play Myrel, you're going to be able to do so much stuff. Let's go for Rahilda. So we even have the answer if they go for a blocker, which is good. Do they have an answer for Rahilda here? Probably. Redain. So we're going to want to kill that, definitely. Annoyingly, we now don't have an answer for Myrel, but we may just so happen to get one here. Let's see. Esper Sentinel. Well, that's pretty awesome, I have to say. I do like that. So do they go for Myrel here? It's a good blocker, certainly is. We won't currently be able to go past her. First strike. But we can put a huge threat down here that will slow her down a bit. So let's see what happens here. So if she attacks, I'm definitely going to block with the Shakedown Heavy. She doesn't have Vigilance, thank God. I think that would be ridiculous. So if they play another soldier or two and she attacks, she'll be able to get even more soldiers. So that's a scary thought, isn't it? But yeah, Shakedown Heavy here is going to prove to be a really good attacker because the menace as well, even with the small soldiers, the Shakedown Heavy should be able to get through. Curse of Silence. So they're going to make the Mishra cost 2 more, I guess. That seems to be... that's what people normally do. Really don't like the artwork here. It just looks kind of strange. The painting is kind of odd. It doesn't even look like a commander either, which is the card, oddly, people pick the most. So let's go combat, see what happens. Do they remove it from combat by giving me a card? No. So many decisions apparently. Okay, cool. Let's go for the Graveyard Trespasser here. We'll exile the Redain and gain a life in the process. And then now we have two werewolves essentially. So the opponent doesn't do anything. These two will flip in our turn, or we get to draw a card. Okay. So if she attacks, she now makes 3 soldiers, which is kind of crazy. That is so powerful. Path of Bravery. Okay. Phyrexian Dragon Engine, that's sweet. So it says, as long as your life total is greater than or equal to your starting life total, creatures you control get +1/+1. And whenever you attack, you gain life equal to the number of attacking creatures. Wow, okay. Oh, she makes robots. 3, 4. Try and get rid of it. Please don't have a protection spell. That's going to be really irritating if they do. Cloud Shift. Okay. Interesting. Right. So if we go for Mishra, maybe that's not good. No. Tell you what, yeah, we'll go for Mishra here. We want to start setting up the Meld, because if we can actually ever do that, then we probably do really well. So we drain them a little bit as well. Because remember, we don't want the Path of Bravery to give all this stuff +1/+1. It actually makes robot soldiers. That's kind of strange, but pretty cool. Down to 10. So that single attack is going to make it very difficult for them to get this. It's a cool card though if you've got a go wide strat. So let's hope they don't have a Cloud Shift effect again. If we had haste, that would be pretty sick as well, because we could let the Dragon Engine attack and it would flip, and then it has so many abilities that the opponent is, yeah, they're doomed if that happens.
There are good people in this city.
So
and I will protect. This is your fight. Win it.
She's gonna get flying now. Oh, that's so brutal. Gain 16. Okay, well we'll be able to block a few of these guys, but yeah, that's pretty crazy. Damn, we definitely need a board wipe of some kind. What we got? We can attack Elspeth with everything we have. This has to deal combat damage to a player. Okay. Let's give her the Midnight Reaper first, because we might be able to draw some good stuff here. So if we attack them, don't really care about Elspeth, do we? We go at 16. We'll exile the Cloud Shift. Yeah, the flying morale is, yeah, that's a problem. Lightning bolt, okay. I mean, that's... Does that really solve anything? Maybe? If they... So they don't want us to get through the Rahilda. This is interesting. So they want to just get millions and millions and millions of soldiers, I guess. Yeah, makes sense. So that was the first strike. So they're at 6. Go for the dragon engine. Let's give them something to fear. And then pass the turn. So they don't deal with the dragon engine or the Mishra. Then we probably win. I mean, yeah, they do have a hell of a lot of soldiers, but we shall see. This is an attack trigger, so it doesn't even have to deal damage to Meld. Do they have an answer? Mangara? Okay. It doesn't look like they have an answer. They will be drawing cards when we do things and attack. If Elspeth goes to 3... Do I even care about Lightning Bolt? Lightning Bolt just kills them. Put a permanent mana value 3 or less. So they need to exile the Phyrexian... Oh my god. It's 10-4. Okay. I was going to say, if they had an exile effect here, I would have actually bolted this myself. So attacking with everything they have, pretty much. Okay. So what's this? That's a human. Want to kill soldiers. That's the best we can really do. So they're at 15. Yeah, they're 15. Okay, that changes a hell of a lot, actually. Right. So at least we're going to get to Meld the Mishra for the first time in the history of man. Alright, let's go to an attack. Attack everything in there, apart from that. Midnight Reaper. Yeah, I don't mind. He can get in there as well. Why not? And so we're going to get to Meld. So we'll exile this. So they get to draw a card. Good thing we then didn't have set the Wreckage Man open. They're at 9. So yeah, we're going to have the Melded guy go in and... Wow, creatures don't control. That kills all of their stuff. Choose 3. Menace and Trample. Goodness me. That's a lot of... So we kill the Elspeth with the trigger. Kill all of their tokens.
I shouldn't have
Wow. OP AF. But obviously you have to get really lucky. Menace and Trample. Wow. It feels good, but as I said before, it is so difficult to get to that point. So, good luck to you. Did you know that you can help my channel by watching another one of my videos? Go ahead, you know you want to.